Mariana, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hi Tom, Stu years.
Hi.
The three of us are here because we don't know what we want to do with our lives. Did you go through this conflict when you were our age?
In some ways I was lucky. Maybe I could start by saying when I was 4 years old, something hit me. I grew up in Spanish Harlem, which is kind of a ghetto in New York City. And on Thanksgiving Day, that's the only day my parents would take me out to dinner. There was this woman going through a garbage can with her little daughter, about 3 or 4 years old, picking out her Thanksgiving dinner out of a garbage can. At that point in my life, I think I began to think about, you know, it's not as good on this planet as I think it might be. And so, you know, one of the things I wanted to do when I grew up was to try to make the world a better place. But I didn't have an awful lot of confidence around getting there, because as a Puerto Rican kid in New York, going to some terrible schools, nobody ever told me as a kid that I could really amount to much at all. In fact, when I was in high school, I could still barely read because I just spoke Spanish at home. No one ever really taught me how to read. I was dyslexic. Things weren't coming together, but finally I met someone who helped me and I was able to make the leap.
Do you feel that if you hadn't had that encouraging factor or that person in your life, that you would amount to this position that you're in now?
No, I think it was very, very important for me because society, you know, tells kids of color very different things. I wasn't born in privilege, so it was very important for me to hear that. And then when I got into college and met some professors that had some faith in me and encouraged me to go to graduate school and so on and so forth, I always pointed my life in that direction.
Does it frustrate you when you talk to, well, for me, for example, I'll talk to myself, where I've had very easy life, everything's been good and great and I have nothing to complain about. Does it frustrate you that we're just stagnated and can't make a decision when you can see there's so much work to be done out there?
Yeah, there's part of me that I have difficulty with that. Yeah. I'm not angry at people for having it nice or being born into privilege. It's not your fault. But I do have problems with people who have the capacity to do so much good and do nothing.